Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Aries here with a video. I got some notes. I got an email to two people tonight. This is a small update for you all. Someone asked me if I was, overweight. No, I am not overweight. I'm at 5'9", 5'10". I'm in the female range, so it works. I wanted to say to you all that this was an update from, I believe, Saturday. The air is starting to dissipate in the bathroom. Sunday we were relaxing, and Sunday evening a friend of ours, Karen's mom, Tyler, came by to talk to us. His sister-in-law wasn't happy he was up there, but they went to go capture the cat because, well, his mom died, and they don't want Kitty to go hungry or etc. So, anyways, so the air started dissipating Sunday night, early Monday here last night, and they've been cleaning up, trying to toss things to keep what they want. But it's been a very hectic day for a lot of people, you know, because it's Monday. I saw the manager. I finally talked to her about medically necessary on transgender-related surgeries. Yeah, I still got this wound here. I think Blizzard gave it to me. If you guys notice, Blizzard in the background is that a haircut. Isn't that amazing, isn't it? So, anyways, we got Blizzard taken care of. We got a haircut yesterday. But I took a bath. I cleaned up. What do you call it? Cleaned up, shaved my legs, did everything. The smell wasn't that bad. I lit some incense. I sat in the tub for a while. Got clean with a wonderful, wonderful bubble bath. And so anyways, this update, I hope, is small today. So today, last night after I got done with my, bath, I decided to take my chance and figure out how to edit a PDF. The new PDF reader/editor was perfect, so I just went in and filled all the info out and sent it, you know, back to the nurse or the receptionist. She got back to me today and she says everything is good. We got you set up for breast augmentation, so I'm happy. That's 2 surgeries secured. 1 to go. And then Aaron was talking about today. Aaron was talking about the last surgery. We had a guy who said if I came out for consultation for breast augmentation, he'd give me a referral for facial feminization. Well, Aaron, of course, basically said, nah, we can't trust him because, you know, his policies and how he runs things. So I did a background check on him. Not a background check as in who he is, where he lives, but background check into his medical practice. There's an online site that does that. And it turns out he is pretty good. No complaints, nothing. So I was like, okay. So the other doctor basically got back to me and said everything's good for breast augmentation. Now, I forgot to ask her if she can do or can do work on FFS. So I got to email one doctor about that, one doctor's nurse about that. I got to email another doctor in the morning. I got to be up at 6 in the morning. I have to do some errands early in the morning. Actually, the alarm's got to be set for 5 now because Aaron wants to go to the store at 7 in the morning because the heat right now outside is a whopping, let's see, current temperature outside. We walked the dogs just a minute ago and it was approximately 98. So if you can see here, it has dropped at this time at 9:30 at night, 92. Now for some of you out there watching this and seeing the reviews, or not reviews, the news We are in a giant fire area right now. I'm in Washington State, central Washington, so it's big news around here. We have a fire outside of town. Part of Interstate 90 is closed off. We have other things going on. And then the city of Wenatchee, which is 40 miles from me, is also on fire. So, or at least part of it is. They evac the medical center today. So, you know, apparently a ammonia plant blew up or burned up and leaked ammonia, but that's dissipated. Apparently people aren't worried about that. They're more worried about the fire. Yeah, I would be too. Talking Wenatchee could be burned up because the winds for the next 2 to 4 days are supposed to be 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts, and that will fuel a fire. Last year we had a massive fire up on the complex area, and that burned like, I think it burned like 300, 400, 500,000 acres, and people are like, whoa, and that was about July or August. So yeah, so the update is, one is I've talked to the plastic surgeon. I got to do some time tonight after my shower, I should say, not bubble bath. Shower is I got to go and pull in the computer for the actual, what do you call it? The actual information for travel and what it will cost. We were looking at Boston, but until the lady at Boston gets back to me, no go. We had a doctor who was looking into breast augmentation in another city in Florida. There's a couple. They decided, oh no, yeah, they never got back to me yet. They're still looking into the ramifications of breast augmentation and etc. You know, they got to do this and they got to do that. And it's just pretty hectic. So then you got the other problem that is there's a doctor out of New Hampshire who I emailed, and apparently they say the doctor can do breast augmentation, but when I left a message on Thursday or Friday, it was for an endo clinic, an endocrinology clinic, which does diabetes and hormones. I don't know what's going to happen there, but let me just tell you, they tried calling me around 5 in the morning their time. Let's just say I'm not going to be answering my phone till around 9 in the morning. I had to get up to go use the little girl's room, and when I did, it put the phone on vibrate because Motorola's got it set, so when I have my time set for sleep, it's called Assist. The phone, let's just say the phone has got it set so it doesn't ring. So, and that includes doctor's appointments, meeting, etc. So, I wasn't going to be answering the phone at approximately 5 in the morning. I said, So, I finally got back to sleep. I got up around 9 this morning. First thing I did, booted up my computer, sent a message to Aaron like I always do, because we don't know what's going on. And then we went from there. Talking about my friend last night, Tyler. His mom was a sweetheart. We always went to Walmart on payday. She didn't have enough supplies until she got her food stamps the 8th. We always got her milk, eggs, and a few little odds and ends, and she always is happy. We also gave her money for her gas for, $20 to go to Walmart, which is a $5 trip. And we took her to Burger King to get a sandwich and etc. She was a great woman. So Aaron basically said he's going to look for something nice to wear for the funeral. Tyler said, hey, there's going to be a service at this church. There's going to be a secondary service at the burial site. We would like you to come. Well, me being transgender, she didn't really accept transsexualism or gay and lesbian. But when I told her how I felt, she accepted me. She was like a pillar to me. She's like, just get your surgeries done, be happy. Like a second mother, an older sister. More so than my sister who stole from me. Or not me in general, but hurt me when my mother died, and my niece stole from Aaron. So, we're not going to have that. But Karen was a sweetheart. I'm going to miss her dearly. She was a pillar. She always said, hey, when you get a chance, get your surgeries, blah, blah, blah. And as you know, last week, Aaron got the scheduled date for surgery for me for gender reassignment surgery. Now, here's the interesting thing. I emailed my therapist on Thursday evening. He works Fridays, but he didn't get to his email. Emails today, and he said he's going to finish up, and I'm going to go see the psychiatrist because, it needs a psychiatrist through a therapist, etc., for the following of the rules for getting the final referral for gender reassignment surgery, or gender confirming surgery, which is changing the penis into a vagina. So, with breast implants or breast augmentation, or some call it breast reconstruction with implants, the provider doing the breast augmentation knows the Medicare codes that's going to be used, so I'm quite content. There's also 5 levels of appeal, so I'm content with that. And then, I was asked to be at a funeral. Well, I got a nice dress set up, I got some shoes set up, and I got the tights ready and everything. So, Aaron's going to zip me up in my special dress that's black, and I'm going to go to this funeral, put my name in the guest book, see how he's doing, etc. He's not doing too well. He's supposed to be working, but he lost his mom, and we didn't expect it. Some are saying it was natural causes. Others said it was suicide. So until the coroner releases it, no one knows. The other thing is rumor has it the body will be in a casket closed because the body was severely decomposed within 6 to 9 days because they think she died around the 18th. The manager had a party Father's Day and went right past the window, and rumor has it she was on the couch or on the floor in the living room with the door semi-open, and it was starting to smell pretty bad because the heat was over 90 plus degrees and she had no air conditioning on. So it's just been a real dinger with us, but the pipes are starting to clear. We're starting to have better air here instead, I've been over at Aaron's place for dinners. Tomorrow we're going to finish up the dishes here. He's got the strainer detail, and I got to scrub them down. That was our agreement. He made dinner the last few nights at his place because the smell was just unbearable because it was coming up through the pipes, and the air conditioner was blowing it in. Well, Aaron thought something smelled like it died. Well, we thought it was rotting food, so we took the garbage out. We did everything, cleaned the apartment to a point. Nothing. Turns out our beloved Karen passed on. So, I miss her dearly. Last night I made a joke with Aaron, or I should say, last night I had a joke going around about Karen, but it was more I told today, because when I was in the bathtub, the lights kept flickering off. It's more likely the power grids can't handle the load because we've been having 107 to 112 degree temperatures out here in the deserts of Washington. Fires are spreading all over, and everyone's trying to keep cool in the air conditioner. So right now my air conditioner is running at 60, but the current temperature is 61. So it's pretty good. If you can see that, 61. Usually it's 59, but this is pretty damn good because right now it's 92 out, and if you turn it off because the insulation that they did in the apartment, the heat gets pretty warm pretty fast. Heck, I woke up at 5 in the morning overheating when I had the air conditioner on fan mode. So I'm trying to keep my body acclimated to the right temperature because I prefer to be cold in the summertime because I've been in temperatures where it's about 118 to 120 here outside during some citywide basketball game they do every year, and it was just so hot. And I couldn't stand it. So, yeah. I also was going to say last night I took some time. I finished up the book of Proverbs. I found a proverb quote for Annie, but Annie just smiled. Sometimes when you do messages and stuff with her, it's usually you say something like, I love you, and she smiles. And then I say, how are you? And she says, I'm okay. Or sometimes she'll just sit there and say, okay. Yeah, like one time I got upset and I said, hey, because me and Annie's been around a while together online and in the eyes of God. We're technically married in the eyes of God. And I said, hey, I broke my toe. You said, okay. 3 days later, the TV dies. You said, okay. 3 days later after that, your TV died. I said, okay. Then I broke my toe 3 months later. You said, okay. Sometimes she says, okay, 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 wink, 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 smile, 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 okay, okay, okay. So, me and Aaron came together with the Annie song because of it, and it's pretty hilarious because he's like, oh, is she talking or is she not talking? So, but yeah, anyways, I got a dress lined up for that. I'm excited about breast augmentation. Facial feminization, I got to get some feelers out there again. I got to email a contact of mine tonight. Like I said, it's not easy being a trans woman, and then you hear Aaron sit there and say, I hate effing trannies. And I'm like, oh, you must hate me. And he goes, no, dear, I don't hate you. I hate the rest of them. Like one woman talking about how it felt natural after she had a penis made into a vagina and how it felt natural. And now she's engaged and all this crap. And then I tell Erin, well, she must have the looks because she has over 300,000 followers on YouTube, and I don't have that many, but oh well, at least on myself, So if I looked hot and gorgeous and boobs hanging out and stuff like that, yeah, people would be like, oh, look how hot she is. Like Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn. But he was just ranting and raving about that. But he's finally calmed down over the whole gay issue because he was getting tired of the whole Supreme Court thing. It's like, I don't want to see this Facebook, click, click, click. I don't want to see that, click, click, click. So finally he's calmed down on that. So he did yell at me about breast augmentation because I need to email the doctor that's doing the gender reassignment surgery to see if he can do both other surgeries. But right now, I need to ask inquiries about this paper of what certain things are so I can get it ready for my primary care physician who wants to look into it soon. So, on that. So, I'm trying to line everything up. My therapist wants me to get the final evaluation for a psychiatrist. I've been living almost 18 years as a woman. So he was just like, oh, I'm going to send you there. You'll get your referral from her. You'll be good to go. Because, it's his job to send us to the psychiatrist to be evaluated with them to see if I'm still a good candidate for gender reassignment surgery. Now, Aaron and I were watching some YouTube vids today on the phone. And he was doing his computer on women talking about how their sex life is great and everything else. Well, I have a few questions for the doctor at the consultation, even though 8 days later I'm having surgery. My thing is, and I know one of the answers, the pain threshold for gender reassignment surgery it varies. Every patient is different, so we just gotta wait and see what happens. So, coming up on the 3rd, when I go to Walmart, I'm going to be looking for a new dress, and I'm also going to be looking to get some nail polish and polish remover. I want to paint my nails. I also want to look for some new perfume, and I also want to look for some new lipstick and some foundation and stuff, because foundation's the main problem when you do makeup, is you got to match it with your skin tone. So, you can buy 3 or 4 foundations to find one that completely works. So, it's like a hit and miss type thing. So, on that aspect. The 7th scheduled for me to have my hair bobbed. I'm thinking of getting it dyed at the same time, black. Because I'm tired of seeing this gray streaks everywhere. The woman today, when I went to make the appointment for the first time, she's like, oh, you're a trans woman. That's wonderful. Oh, we can dye your hair. You got gray. And I said, yeah, I don't like the gray. I mean, yes, the gray's here. I'm only 37, but I shouldn't have gray, So, we made the appointment today on our way back from the library. Aaron was looking for some books. I had to return some books. I think I got 3 books from the library still due in next week, and then I have 3 books coming in on travel places in 3 states for the surgical procedures. So, I'm very excited for everything going down. I'm so excited, that's why I did a video tonight. Like I said, I got some business emails to do. I got some other stuff to do. I was looking up Bibles last night. I keep wanting to get a new Bible, but I always go back to my current Bible, which Aaron just super glued the seams because the 2 back pages on the simulated leather came out. He just waited it, and then I opened it, and it's held pretty good. So God's good to me because, you know, I like the compact Bible. I mean, I'm more of a woman who likes smaller things, you know. I mean, heck, I have a full purse, and my current purse, I don't know where it is. It's Hello Kitty. I like Hello Kitty. Aaron collected Hello Kitty when he was trying to transition to a girl. So he gave me his Hello Kitty purses, and he said, just have fun. So I'm having fun because, well, I like Hello Kitty, and it's my my personality. I also like Care Bears from the 80s. So, you know, it's all good. We also, like I said, tonight I got to price out airfare for tonight and tomorrow night to 2 cities. I don't know if I'm going to do one-way tickets or 2-way tickets. Therapist wants to talk to me before I take the time to buy the tickets. I need to contact a travel agency. I think they're out of Wenatchee. They might be out of Moses Lake. But the problem with that is phone book doesn't have many, and I got to go through the phone books. Then I got to use the phone. And with being unlimited minutes, you know, it's fine. Aaron, on the other hand, got angry today because someone brought up a good point about traveling to the city and state that I'm going to for gender reassignment surgery, which is I go in for consultation, but before consultation, I will send him my referrals to him overnight so he gets them. Doctor's got to sign. I told him this. He's agreed. Once he gets the referrals all in order with my paperwork, he will get back to me. The consultation will go through. 8 days later, I'll have surgery, and then, you know, I got a month to recuperate. 7 to 10 days in the hospital if I'm not getting breasts done through him, and whatever the recuperating time is for facial feminization. So it's like very big, but at the same time, it's very confusing, you know. So we're working on all that. That's why the emails are coming in and out. I don't have many emails lately because, well, frankly, my business contacts think my computer blew up. It's just I don't want to deal with some of them right now because I'm just not in the mood. And, you know, with the death in the family, my laptop's motherboard being replaced. My other laptop, I have the motherboard on order just in case it goes. The camera on the one laptop's got to be recalibrated. That's why I bought a high definition. I paid dearly through the nose on my credit account for this high definition webcam. And then I'm paying through the nose because every time I upload, it is a bigger file. Usually the small files take like 10, 15 minutes. This takes 2 hours to upload. But it's all supposedly in high definition, but YouTube doesn't show high definition. So my therapist today, as I said, emailed and said, yes, we'll get everything moving. We want you to get everything lined up so you can finalize things for surgery. I was told, you know, to look into, as I got sidetracked, accommodations because Aaron's going to be with me and we got to get 30 days at a place. Aaron thinks he can call up all these cheap motels and hotels to find a place that has room and availability for 30 days. So, you know, and I also have to ask the doctor's assistant where she would recommend that's affordable, where it doesn't break the bank. I did some search the other day. Aaron said, oh, Extended of America. Yeah, it's about $3,000 for the entire month. That would be taking 2/3 of the savings right there just for that, not including the airfare. And Aaron says, yes, I'm going to save all my money too. Well, let's see if that happens. I mean, we already planned for me because I have to go. And, you know, he wants to go to make sure I'm safe because I'm going to a city I don't know anything about. Being semi-learning disabled, I don't have good coordinations of where to go. So from the airport, I can get the car to the appointment because we're pulling in around 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Time we get our bags and everything and we get to the taxi, we'll probably be there around the 11:30 mark for my consultation. Surgery is going to be like 5 in the morning, so I got to be there early because they want me cleaned out. Apparently, they might be doing Sigmund colon vagioplasty or vaginoplasty, so it's going to be an interesting thing. I really don't have many questions for the doctor. Aaron's got a few for himself because, well, Aaron wants to know for me. But again, it's going to be kind of a confusing thing, Plus, we got to plan properly. So we need to get everything planned from now until surgery. So, my therapist appointment comes up, my doctor's appointments come up, Aaron's heart doctor comes up, and then Aaron's follow-up. Follow-up, I get to talk to the heart doctor because she's mine too, and Aaron took 15 minutes of my time. And the last time, asking about his ticker and this and that, she's like, "Oh, make an appointment." She's a sweetheart. She says, "Oh, for someone who lives their life fully and likes a good cigar and a good pipe, you must be living right because your cholesterol, your heart, everything's good." I mean, I ran on that treadmill test on the fastest setting when they kept raising it, and I'm like, finally I got done. She's like, "Your heart is good," but my only complaint to the heart doctor was, my primary care physician's in the same network. She pulled up the results. Why should I pay for you? Well, I'm sorry. You could have contacted us ahead of time and not scheduled. Well, then I wouldn't have heard the doctor say pretty much, "Well, if you have a great heart like you do, Aries, Rita, then you're going to basically not need me to do much, but I will sign off on any surgeries you need because you're healthy. And if they do want a light test, we'll do it, But I got emails to do tonight. I got other things to do, so I got to prepare for that funeral coming up. And between you and everyone on my viewers list on this video, we didn't expect her to go. Some say suicide, some say natural causes, so the coroner gets to the bottom of it. No one knows. I mean, there's 2 triggers that could have caused her to commit suicide. 3 if you take her son into account. And he had to make a living working with the traveling circus, selling their food in different states. And, she was, she had some shady people around, and it could be considered, suicide driven by certain people. The police are looking into it. But right now, it's just sad when you had 5 police cars, the police chief's car, 2 sergeants' cars, and you had several EMS medics that are subcontracted by the hospital. And the hospital sold their ambulance fleet. Then you have the fire department's own ambulance team going in there, and they said the body was so decomposition that if they left it another week or 2, the body would probably be nothing but bones. So it's just a big, big hassle. So, because of the heat, no air conditioning, and her cat going in. Her cat had no food, so the rumor has that the cat was eating bits and pieces, supposedly, of his mama. So we don't know all the ins and outs yet. We'll find out soon enough, but I will be dressing nicely to go to this funeral. Again, I'm very sad about it. I've been looking for the obits in the paper. They said they're putting it in. It might be the local paper here in town. Might be the Wenatchee World. Might be the Columbia Basin Herald. It's just a big mess, And I told Aaron, if I go, at least he knows where I'm going to be, or Anna will find me, and that'll be it, They can handle things right away, because it just, and they say don't fear death. I don't fear death. What I do fear is judgment, and I fear God, because I'm a God-fearing woman, so you know how it goes. But my next report probably be tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. I'm going to town Friday. Me and Aaron's got to go pay some bills, so I'm just going to mail out some. There's one bill that is supposed to be coming in, the vet bill. I owe about $240 to the vet. Little blizzard. Right there. He had an emergency consultation. It was about $250 for a night when the doctor came into her office from home. And she had like 6 other calls that night, but Blizzard was pooping blood. And he was throwing up everywhere, so we didn't think we would have Blizzard. And we got him taken care of, and well, we got the bill, and it was like, well, we already paid like $55 of the previous bill, so now it's down to like $230. So we $230, $240. So, and they only charge $1.50 charge, and they know they get paid because in 10 years we've never missed any payments to the vet. So me and Aaron's working on that. I got a medical bill going to be paid off in August, so that leaves me more money to put towards traveling or trying to pay off another medical bill. And once the other medical bill is paid off, then I have more money on top of that, and that just leaves my prescription drug coverage, phone bill, finger hut, and the credit card bill. And eventually the credit card bill is almost going to be off, so that leaves me with just finger hut, phone bill, the rent, and the electric bill. And the electric bill, oh, and my phone's prepaid, so I pay monthly. And let me just say, I like the little light in the corner there saying it's on, I'm having problems with it. Apparently, I'm going to have to figure out what to do. I might have to spend $10 soon to get a memory card because it keeps saying storage is full. I've moved everything over to the current memory card, which is 8 gigs, and it's still saying the memory is full. So I have to go in and clear the caches and all the crap like once a week for this phone to keep properly functioning for my calendar, Facebook, email, and Facebook Messenger. So it's just been a very pain in the butt. So, but otherwise, I'm very happy about what's going on in life. Like I said, the phone bill we have to keep. Aaron is taking the phone with him on the 9th because he's got to contact me if he gets stuck in Moses or Ephrata trying to get home after his heart doctor. You see, he gets up at 4. He gets to go at 7. I watch Moppy from 7 to 5. And that's almost 12 hours, 10 hours. And he's the last bus that leaves Moses that gets directly into our town is like 4:35. So once he looks at the calendar, figures it out. If he gets stuck in Ephrata where they drop him off, the next bus leaves at 6:10. He can get on it. But if it's past 6:10, we got to pick him up. And he told my neighbor downstairs, right down below me, she's on her computer on Facebook right now, as she always is. She's an elderly woman, almost 70, sweetheart. That we'll be picking up pizza for dinner. So soon, Aaron's gonna sit down and do the meal planning again because he wants to plan meals out properly so we don't overspend because we gotta save every dime that's not nailed down to go to this trip, and we have to plan for breast augmentation, which could be October to December. Aaron thinks that's pushing it, but it just also depends on what the doctor says that's doing the gender reassignment surgery. So in some ways, it's time, but in other times it's too fast. But Aaron said, let's just get this over with because then we can focus on our next part of our goals in life where we don't have to worry about those 2 surgeries. The 3rd surgery, no one knows what's going to happen. People are already asking about it for insurances. Some people are like, it's covered, I need it. One lady in New York apparently had all her insurance. She says she works with the state agency and she got it all covered by a doctor that's known. But the doctor's accredited for certain things. He does GRS, gender reassignment surgery. But from what I understand is he's not well known. You have to go through medical documentation and stuff through online to find what he's done, how he does it. And his website doesn't talk really much about gender reassignment surgery. So the other thing is I don't know how many surgeries this doctor's done when I'm going through, but apparently he does very good work and there's no complaint. One person, just like me with the learning disabled, was told by a doctor recently that they're too learning disabled and that they can't have gender reassignment surgery. But they're still going to fight to go through them. They just realized today on the website that I'm on a forum with that they have to, Facebook group, that they have to have hair removal, which is 2 years just to shave down so no hair grows in the vagina. The doctor I'm going through doesn't do that. He does all the removal himself during surgery. He also does other hair removal tactics while you're having your facial feminization so you have less hair because he grinds down the jawbone, he grinds down the skull here, makes it more of a female shape, and then you're in severe pain more. But what the hell? If one surgery is going to be done, might as well try to get the other 2. But if I can't, then I just got to work on facial feminization through another one. So, it's like a catch-22. Another note, I finished Proverbs last night. Like I said, I'm going to be starting Ecclesiastics. Then I got to read the Song of Songs, the Song of Solomon, I think it is, and then figure out if I go back to Psalms or if I go start the New Testament yet again. I don't really read the Old Testament, but I've found my first favorite part of the Bible in the Old Testament is Psalms. It's just got so much good wisdom and thought to believe in God and God's with you, etc. However, talking about the Bible for a second, there was a discrepancy in the Bible. In one Psalms it said, "The Lord's my shepherd, I shall not want." Then in another Psalms it says, "Believe in God and all your desires will come true." And I think that is just too funny. King Solomon or King David that wrote it needed to realize that, that was kind of a contradiction. But, as long as you believe in God and He takes care of you, everything will work out. And that's what I've been doing. So, I was telling Aaron tonight, it's kind of sad. Blizzard bit into Aaron. He's got this giant hole like this. Looks more like a pimple. He bit when Aaron was trying to give him a haircut. Blizzard had so many knots. He had so many knots. Aaron had to use the trimmers, then the brush, then the trimmer, then the brush. And yesterday, so Aaron's just like, ouch. Blizzard's fine. No blood was drawn. Just left a hole, I think, in it because it was that quick. But then today, Aaron finished cleaning him up, gave him a bath. And then tonight, Moppy decided to toss dirt on him. So Aaron's like, well, Moppy gets a bath tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Blizzard gets another bath. And that'll be that. Even though we don't want to give baths too often because it takes the oils out of the dog. But, but what I was going to say is kind of bothering because Aaron got bit. And there were some other things. The manager was supposed to repair a repair. Didn't get to it yet. Aaron's pissed. I went and saw her today. She's like, we'll just change light bulbs out for you. Apparently there's some exposed wires, and he demanded it to be fixed because it could be a fire hazard. And the repair guy, who doesn't know electrician just said, it's fine. So now they're just going to change light bulbs. So she said, oh, by the way, Rita, you need to put in a light bulb outside your landing, which, if you see my cane there, outside the door, there's a light that hangs up there. Someone, I don't know if it's my neighbor or not, keeps stealing my damn light bulbs and putting in dead light bulbs. They're using those old ones, the condescents, condescents, I think it's called. And I'm using those $6 spiral jobbies that last a long time. The long life ones is like 5 years. They keep taking them out. So I finally told the manager, listen, I'm not replacing the light bulbs. They keep going missing. She looked at me, oh, well, I'll replace your light bulbs every time. Then we have no problem. Good. That sounds good to me. So, I told her about my trip. She was jealous. And then we talked about Blizzard and his haircut. And then we talked about a few other things, Karen. And she's like, yeah, they're going to try to get things cleaned up, but it's going to take a while because once they move out, they got to rip out the carpets, repaint the walls with several coats of paint. I mean, they got to go through it thoroughly because, a body was rotting in there between 6 and 9+ days. I mean, the coroner, when he was doing his tests before removing the body, told the police officer it could be 9 days. She could die the 18th, and then the body was found 26, 27. So you do that 7, 8, 9 days, 10 days since the body. I spoke to her the 17th, and she was fine. The 18th, I checked in on her via text, no reply. So I figured she was in her depressive funk. So she could have went the night of the 17th, but she was called every other name under the sun. She had a guest with her, and she said maybe she should take her life, and we said no. So if that happens, well, police already know all the info. They know where to go to check in on the rest. So, but anyways, yes, so I'm going to read a little bit of my Bible after my shower. I got to spend some time on the net trying to do a few things. I got to upload this, and it's going to take some time, and then while it uploads, I'll open another YouTube channel, because sometimes I fall asleep while this is uploading on the computer, and I watch a movie on YouTube, something I prefer, Bible documentaries, and it's like, oh, and then I wake up and I turn the TV off, or the computer off, and then I go back to sleep, but I got to be up at 5, and since it's already 10, it's less than 7 hours. It's going to be like 6 hours or 5.5. And Aaron's like, how do you wake up energetic? I just do. So tomorrow morning, I got to go before we do our other errand and stuff. I got to go by the store and get some milk for coffee. And then, we got to plan a grocery list Thursday night, because Friday we're going to town. And we're just going to pick up a few things. Aaron and I got to figure out our meals. We're going to be shopping at Walmart and Safeway. We're going to get there by bus, like we always do, but we're not going many places. We were supposed to go to Moses Lake on Friday, but we both said since we got to give up cigars for the better of the good, Aaron said, hun, we're going to be, we're friends and we're extended family. We should just get your surgery done. The date's set. Let's not dawdle and delay and push it back. Well, if all things go well, After my therapist appointment on the 14th, I'll be giving you updates before then. Updates on shopping on the 3rd, looking for makeup and looking for a new dress and nail polish. I also will give you an update between tomorrow, Tuesday, and Friday on what the other doctors had to say. I'm supposed to hear back early this week, she said. It was last week. She said early this week for the one doctor to find out about a few things. Well, I already secured breast augmentation. I just got to see what the other doctors got to say, because if I'm going to have breast augmentation before or after the surgery for gender reassignment surgery, can I handle it after having extensive invasive surgery to correct my birth defect from being born male, which I wasn't supposed to be, and correcting it and having the right female parts, even though I can't get pregnant. So, it's just a big thing. So, and there you have it. Everything should work out in time. So I will keep you updated. And then once all these updates take place on my video channel, there's not much to talk about, because there's nothing much to review but at once a month or so, because, it's going to talk about how we're doing on the budget, how we're doing getting ready for gender reassignment surgery, what's the next move, when are we going to get breast augmentation, when are we getting facial feminization, how the emails are coming, and then we're going to go from there. There's nothing much to brief. What are you wanting to hear? We're playing the Elder Scrolls 3 with a new controller, which Aaron's buying for the computer to play a game he's been dying to play for 10 years because his Xbox finally kicked the bucket about 7 years ago. So he's like, I want to play it. Well, they didn't remake the Elder Scrolls 3 for Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 or 4. So we got stuck with buying it for the PC, and I paid $4. I was kind of depressed because I wanted the box. Instead, I got a jewel case from the English version, from England. And when I got it, downloaded everything from Steam anyway, so I shouldn't complain. I also wanted to get some Steam games set up, but now I got to figure out what to do next. So please stand by for some new videos in the future, and they're not going to be too current. I know with the death of Karen and me being excited about these doctors finally getting back to me and working with them on the surgeries that's medically necessary, I'm more than happy. So with that said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it's in high definition. It's going to take 2 or 3 hours to upload, but there you have it. Please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Thank you. And may God bless the world.